everyone? Welcome to Jets TV. Please comment, rate, subscribe, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos as well, man. I want to thank everyone that does watch and share my videos. You guys are the absolute best. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get into my picks for Week 7, baby. All right, it's time. You know, we got a lot of stuff going on. Football's back. I want to get into it, but whoa. Wait a second here, guys. Wait a second, all right? Hold on 1 second. Wait a minute. Week 6, I did some picks, man. I need to do my recap for those. So let's get into that first before I start talking about my Week 7 picks. So let's get into my Week 6 recap again. Look, first game I covered, Colts at Titans, man. Took the Titans in that football game, got myself a W, man. Titans beat the Colts 36-22, man. Titans just, found some things that kept it rolling. Mariota clearly is still a little bit hampered coming back from that injury. Their running backs was also, DeMarco Murray was hampered by a hamstring injury as well. He was out there, hobbling around a little bit. So they're gonna have to get some guys healthy. They're gonna continue to work on, Murray as well with that hamstring issue. But they were able to ride Henry. Henry did a lot of really good things in that, in that football game as well. So they got two solid backs that they can lean on and an offense that, can move around. So shout out to the Titans fans, man. You guys got yourselves a win. Got myself a win as well. Next game I covered, Steelers at Chiefs, man. Whoo, let me tell you something. Took the Chiefs in this football game, got myself a loss, man. Steelers beat the Chiefs 19-13. Le'Veon Bell looked good in this game, man. He looked really good. Steelers were just able to get some stuff going, man. Really get some stuff going. Coming off some, a suspect week that they had, and they took the game. So shout out to the Steelers fans. You guys got yourselves a win. I got myself a win as well. And last but not least, the best game of the week, man, the Jets game. Patriots at Jets. I took the Patriots in this football game. Sadly, got myself a W, man. Patriots beat the Jets 24-17, man. A lot of bad calls in this football game. The refereeing was absolutely terrible. The Jets also had some mistakes, some crucial mistakes. The interception before the half, that was really bad. There was also an interception thrown in the third quarter. It was really bad. We had some time management issues, blew some timeouts because we couldn't get the offensive plays in quick enough. So McCown ended up blowing through some timeouts, what actually costed us at the end of the game. We were trying to get back into the game because the clock just kept rolling. There were some penalties, committed by us offensively that really hampered some drives too. But let me tell you something. ASJ, the call against ASJ going into the end zone and saying that man fumbled into the end zone, which gave the Patriots the ball back, that was just atrocious. That's one of the worst calls I've ever seen in my life. They even replayed it and still got it wrong and then doubled down on it after the replay a day later saying, hey, we made the right call. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. That guy did not fumble out of the end zone. It's just absolutely ridiculous. It's another call that went the Patriots' way. It is what it is. I took the Patriots in this game and sadly got myself a win. And man, the Jets really got screwed. But it is what it is. So now I want to move on to Week 7, man. I want to forget all about that awful call and all about the awful referees and that, and the trash Patriots as well. And I want to move forward to Week 7, man. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First game I want to cover, Saints at Packers, man. Saints offense is looking solid, man. They traded Adrian Peterson. He's gone now. Mark Ingram's back to running the football the way that Mark Ingram run the football. Sean Payton has really, made it an emphasis in that game to get him the football. And they ran the ball very well. You got a lot of weapons out there for Breeze, Thomas, Fleener. Snead's coming back. He's still hampered by that hamstring injury, but he's questionable. He may play. I know his snaps are going to be a bit limited, but the second that he gets 100%, man, he's going to be yet another dynamic weapon for that offense. My only question about the Saints is the defense. Who are you guys? Last week they had a solid game, came up with a lot of turnovers, did a lot of big things. They need to have, they need to be consistent throughout the year. You can't be, very good 1 week and then absolutely trash for the next 5 weeks. The Saints have to put together some type of offensive identity and just slow guys down. Slow teams down. You can't just get into these score outs every single game. But for them, I think this is just with the doctor's order. You look at this Packers team where they have weapons, but one of their big weapons, Aaron Rodgers, as of this point, is going to be done for quite some time. He has a broken collarbone, had surgery on it. He's on IR, but they're still speculating that he may come back week 15 or week 16. So they haven't counted him out for the season. Is that a realistic possibility? Who knows? He could come back. He's still got to get, throwing motion back in that shoulder as well. Also make sure he's got the strength back. So they're looking for him to come back later in the season. But as of right now, you got this kid Huntley who they've got starting. Young kid that they brought in, they've grown and matured. He's no Aaron Rodgers, but he's got some talent. He's a guy that can run the offense. But I think that they're not going to ask him to do a lot of the things that they asked Aaron Rodgers to do. I don't think the offense is going to be as pass happy as it has been in the past with Aaron running the offense. I think they're going to start to run the football a bit more, and I think that's when Ty Montgomery is going to step in and do his thing. But I really love this other kid that they have behind Montgomery named Jones. I think that he is a good back, man. This is a kid that runs with a lot of power and speed. And the other weapons that are out there, Adams, Jordy, Cobb, those guys, especially Bennett as well. Michael Bennett's going to have to step up. He dropped a lot of footballs this year, and I don't know what's going on, but this guy is a solid tight end, and if there was any time he was needed, it is now, especially with this young kid coming in. They need to give him as many receiving options out there, reliable receiving options out there as they can give him. So Bennett's definitely going to have to step up and start catching footballs that are thrown his way. But also the Packers defense is going to have to step up, man, because they're going to probably lean on the defense a little bit, man, because I think the offensive production is going to be hampered quite a bit with Rodgers being down. And so with all that said, man, I'm taking the Saints to win this football game, and I think the Saints roll, man. I think the Saints beat the Packers 40-17. I just think that Huntley is going to struggle. I think the Packers defense is going to struggle to throw the Saints down, and that's just a recipe for disaster. Just this game, it's just his first game. Maybe the kid gets in rhythm, but I just see the Saints just absolutely taking advantage of what's happened with the injury to Rodgers. So, again, I have the Saints winning this football game. Next game I want to cover, man, Cowboys at Niners. Whew. Man, Niners fans in my inbox left and right saying, hey, you're not talking about us. Well, I'm talking to you about you now, man. You look into this game, you got the Niners coming in. C.J. Beathard is going to be their starter. Young QB that showed something, man, against the Redskins. I liked some of the things that I saw out of this kid. He's taken over since they sat Hoyer down. They're a young team, still trying to go. They're trying to find their way as well and rebuild within this league. So they're going with the young QB. They're 0-6 at this point. They're really just trying to fight and find their way. And they're coming in against a Cowboys team that is not playing any games, bro. Listen, Elliott is going to be able to play this game. He's still fighting off that suspension, still going through, the whole court process and the legal process to deal with that, but he's fighting it off. So he's going to be eligible to play this game. And there's a lot of focus on Elliott because of everything that's going on with him surrounding his case and everything they got going on. But let me tell you something. Dak Prescott is impressive, man. This kid is playing some really good football, and he's playing like one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Not only is he throwing the ball well, but he's also running. He can move out there. He's putting plays together with his feet as well. So this is a guy, man, that has that offense rolling. My question for the Cowboys is the defense, guys. Look, your front seven got to start getting to people. Your secondary got to start covering somebody. This secondary is atrocious at times. They just, and I don't know what's happened back there. I don't know why they're playing the way that they're playing sometimes, but they are just, they're just blown coverages. They're losing guys in the secondary. They're acting like they can't cover anybody. It's just absolutely ridiculous. It's just like the offense is doing what it needs to do, and then defense just lets up a bunch of points, and it's like, what is going on out here? The Cowboys have the talent to get to people. These pass rushers on the Cowboys front, they've got to get to people, whether it be, all the guys they got going on there. They've got to get to guys, and they've got to get them down. It's ridiculous to see as talented a front seven as the Cowboys have, they just don't perform. And then it's like I said, that secondary is just absolutely atrocious. But I think coming here against the Niners, especially a young quarterback, they're going to have time to feast. And I think the Niners defense, they don't have enough to slow down this Cowboys offense, not at all. Especially if they start running the football heavy with Elliott at the pace that they do, it's going to be a long day for the Niners. So I am taking the Cowboys to beat the Niners 28-10, man. 28-10, I have the Cowboys winning. And, I think the Cowboys just handle business and keep it moving. So, again, I have the Cowboys taking that game. And last but not least, guys, my favorite game, your favorite game, our favorite game, the Jets game, baby. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Jets at Dolphins. Yet again, we're back in the pits. We're back in the pit, man. The Dolphins have quite some injuries. They're coming in, a little nicked up. Devontae Parker might not play. He has an ankle injury. Pouncey also has a concussion. He's in the protocol. Don't really know if he's going to play or not. They have injuries in the secondary as well. Maxwell is dealing with a foot injury. You have Howard that's dealing with some injuries too. They're kind of banged up. I'm looking at this situation like, look, the Jets have to come in and do some of the same things that they did in the first game against the Dolphins. You have to stop Jay Ajayi. That is rule number one when you play the Dolphins. If Jay Ajayi starts getting going and starts running the football, again, he's one of the better backs in the league. If you start letting this guy run all over the place, we're done. We got to shut him down. We got to corral him like we did in the first game. After that, you're dealing with guys like Jarvis Landry, who is a dynamic weapon in this offense. Can't let him go off. I think he's going to test our secondary. You know, and then you have to get to Jay Cutler. This defense has to get a consistent pass rush on somebody this year. And if anybody was going to get banged around, it's got to be Jay Cutler. Because let me tell you something. You put tips on Jay Cutler, you start hitting him, you start making him feel uncomfortable in that pocket, dude, and he'll start throwing interceptions. That is his thing, man. You make him uncomfortable, he'll start turning the football over. This defense has to get after it. Offensively, I honestly don't think that the Dolphins, especially as banged up as they are in the secondary with Maxwell, you know, dealing with that foot injury and Howard dealing with an injury as well, I think the Jets will actually be able to throw the football around quite a bit. I'm looking to see Robbie come in and have a big bomb. I think he'll have his opportunities to get his deep shots in. I think Kearse is going to have a good game, a very good game. I think ASJ, if being fed correctly and consistently, when he gets hot, he needs to stay out there in those packages. I think if they do that, ASJ will continue to emerge, you know, as one of our leading weapons on our offense as a tight end. I'm also looking to see Jeremy Curley still get his, you know, his work, you know, whether it be at the second receiver or in the slot. I think this is the guy that's going to continue to move the chains as well. I'm hoping that our offensive line continues or starts to consistently, you know, continue to block well, especially within our running game, man. This offensive line has been struggling to open up running holes, man. They have got to get that together. This is the game where we have to consistently run the football. We have to be solid on the ground, man. We absolutely do. So with all that said, man, I am taking the Jets to win this game confidently. I absolutely believe the Jets will win this football game. I have the Jets beating the Dolphins 24-14, man. You know, I think it is what it is. You know, I think we get to Jay Cutler. I think we bang him around quite a bit. I actually think he's going to throw some interceptions in this game. I think at least 2. And I think our offense, is definitely going to produce in this football game. I think our running game is going to be solid too. I think this is the week where our running game is going to open up some things, and you know, they really struggle to stop us after that. I think we take them out the game early, and then it's going to be done. So, with all that said, guys, I want you guys to comment, rate, subscribe, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. I also want to thank you guys for sharing the videos as well. Comment down below, man, if I didn't cover your team. Let me know about your team. What do you think about your week that you have coming up? You know, if I did cover your team, let me know. What do you think about your matchup? How do you think you guys will fare against the team you have coming up as well? Enjoy your times with your families, guys. Football time, sit down, have a good time with them. Eat pizza, eat chips, eat whatever it is that you want to eat. Drink water, drink soda, drink juice, and just have a great time, man, watching football. So have a good one, guys. Peace.